Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Unapologetically Real with that guy named Mike. And this is episode 4 of Inexplicable TikTok videos. And this one is our first UFO edition. And enough chit chat, let's get into it. This one is the famous jellyfish video.
It's in thermal. It was filmed on a weapons platform. You see that there's a dog there. See the animals are black. I'm assuming this is
crazy.
black.
It looks mechanical.
The object just went to white, and you'll see it going from white to black, and that's basically showing the heat differential. So it's going like hot and cold, hot and cold.
It's crazy. How can it change its heat signature?
Problem
That's nuts.
The optics platform was jammed. These individuals who target with these platforms, they can shoot out an Al-Qaeda tire at 27 miles away, but not being able to
Damn.
rock it was one of the first signs that something's weird. I was able to find direct eyewitnesses and corroborate that this event did happen. When individuals would target in on it with the optics, the way it was described, each of these hanging things, they were stiff, like they weren't moving. They had geometric form, like scales. What was said to be scales, like an armor. There were also people.
They almost look like mechanical legs that are kind of just like waiting to kind of like deploy, like spider legs.
See
like
it on the night vision, only in the thermal spectrum.
Like
but
just waiting to land. It's like maybe 3, maybe 4 legs.
Looks like that appears to have a payload. That's a big deal. It could be dangerous. So these are high priority.
Weird.
But what happened is there were a couple other nations involved, and the feeds were shut, just shut immediately. So that put me on high alert.
They're like,
why is it completely being shut
what
down?
the hell is
But that's not
watching
all it
us?
did. It goes out over a body
Just
of
flying
water.
through our
I'm
bases
told
and shit.
It stops on a dime, descends into the water, stiff into the water. And for 17 minutes, nothing. And boom, this thing comes up out of the water and shoots off at 45 degrees, just like that. It looks very much like what I've heard that has made incursions into nuclear facilities, because I know for sure, fact of the matter, there is footage from inside a nuclear facility. And I'll just say it, Pantex, that's the one, man. Something that appears identical to this moves between these nuclear silos and shot off again at a 45-degree angle. What it is, I don't know, but now, when it goes over a body of water, I do have some footage of that.
Oh, crazy.
This is
It's
when
traveling pretty
that
fast, too.
same object, a jellyfish UFO, goes out over this. Like you can kind of get an idea by that distance now how far these optic systems can reach. When it gets to that point where it's over the water, every source that I have talked with who is aware of this footage, that footage exists. You've got a UFO or UAP descends into the water stiff, comes back up, and then shoots off 45 degrees. Now, this was taken by an intelligence agency and buried. So I don't know, man. These are the cases that spark me. I don't know what this is. I just know when I get military filmed UAP footage designated where people risk getting that to me, I take it as serious as it sounds, and I try to get to the bottom of it. And it's hard, you know, but I do have a number of direct eyewitnesses now.
That is crazy, dude. Wow. Yeah, that is I mean, that's pretty legit. That's straight from the military, man. It's kind of hard to say no to that. And that's why I'm going to try to find the... there is an enhanced image. So there's like a really a close-up, clear picture of this thing. And somebody used like an AI assisted cleanup enhancement filter thing and was like, this is most likely what it actually looks like. And it looks like some crazy mechanical spacesuit that this little alien guy is just like flying around. Like it's, I don't know, man. Just like, I don't know. It's creepy. It's almost like the little probe things from Star Wars meets like a little mechanical suit that you just wear, that you can just fly around space-time with impunity, go in the water and hang out for 17 minutes and phew, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. So anyway, on to the next video. This one is supposedly taken from inside of an airplane or a jet or something, and I don't know, man. Looks pretty legit, but with video editing and stuff, I don't know. It's hard to say, but the light's coming from the right spot. You can see that there's light refraction coming from the light beam bouncing off the UFO coming into the lens of the camera. So I'm sure that can be faked, but I'm assuming it has to be pretty sophisticated to do that. So this one is UFOs possibly spotted above Canada as pilots describe whatever. Yeah, I'm just going to play it. It's like nobody's saying anything. Like, you see that? I don't know. It's the pilots. Maybe they have to be quiet. I don't know. Looks real enough, but it's hard to say. So this next one is a short compilation. There's another jellyfish UFO that just looks weird. Like a weird, more like an alien creature flying than a UFO. And then some other weird aerial phenomenon. Here we go. I'm just going to play it. And that's just fucking weird. It's like a bunch of bugs all clustered together flying through the air. Weird looking. It's all pixelated though. I think this is more of that what Jeremy was talking about in the other video. The other mechanical jellyfish video of it going out over the lake. Whatever the fuck that was. Different type of jellyfish video. UFO video. It's casting a shadow, so obviously it's visible in our light spectrum. That's crazy. Well, the dogs obviously see it. Yeah, they're like, what the hell, man? What is that thing? I'm out. There's another close up of the same one we saw with the first video. That's so weird how it changes its heat signature though. This looks like that almost like a weird kind of like transparent foam, like space age material that, I don't know, is the government like letting some of that shit fall out of the sky so people can do that, take videos of it? You're like, what's this? If that's a cloud, that's just creepy as fuck. It's like a giant jellyfish creature thing. Fuck. Nope. All right, this next one is a USO. So some fishermen are out and they see this giant glowing light in the water and start filming it.
Hey y'all, Myra here. So really quick, shout out to Zamaya for sending this to my attention. Y'all, this is groundbreaking. This is an extremely long video, but I highly recommend watching it all the way to the end. So this footage was captured off the north coast of Aguadilla in Puerto Rico. A couple of fishermen came up to some sort of glowing object and started recording. Instantly you want to think maybe it's bioluminescence or maybe it's divers. When you have a glow that strong, that powerful, you would assume you would see rigging, maybe a documentary crew, something. You see nothing. You just see the glow. Then they continue to follow it.
It's crazy how it like changes. It looks like gets really dim, that's bright again, and
outside of the USO.
Seems to aim in different directions.
Tell me what you think. Is this a real alien swimming in the ocean near its rig? Like,
doesn't have to be alien.
Let me know.
It could be the
Mira, prendí, apagó. Y una boya allí.
That's a crazy blue, though. Might just be the hue of the water. I mean, they are closer to the equator than I am up here in the Puget Sound, where the water's green. It's crazy.
Y alumbra de
It's like
momento, ¿verdad?
flashing. It's hard to say, man.
Submarino.
I don't know, maybe some of these UFOs, maybe there's some kind of weird electromagnetic thing about being in the water that allows them to recharge or like get energy or something. I don't know. It just seems how it's weird how they hang out in the water and that's when they like come out and then take off. Almost like they're like charging up before they bust on out of here.
No acercarme mucho.
Yeah, no.
There is the stories of a USO that was tracked by our military for a couple of days or something, and then it just disappeared. They knew it was there. They tracked it for a while. It stayed under the water for days.
Mira la boya.
Crazy.
El puente está a mano izquierda. Mira eso, mira.
These are some ballsy motherfuckers, man.
Mira eso.
It's like dark out and shit, and they're like, yeah, what's this? Is this an alien like swimming up to them? What the fuck is that?
Yo no sé qué carajo es eso, dale para atrás.
The alien like come out of the UFO, like, what's up, guys? Come on in, the water's fine. That was crazy. It looked like an alien. It looked like something.
No.
Are mermaids aliens? What is that up there? There's something right there. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Holy shit. Let's go back up. Worst camera ever. Or worst cameraman ever, man. Come on, dude. Do better. Why is it always like the most... This is like real life cocoon shit. Why is it all the fucking cool things that need to be documented with like a steady hand? The guys are just like drunk people with cerebral palsy or something. No offense to people with cerebral palsy, but dude, what's up with that? All right, this next one is one I have to duet. Because I couldn't download it. So I'm going to have to duet it and then download it. But obviously, I mean, your first reaction is super fake. That's totally fake. But then I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, look how much money worth of equipment the people in the video are wearing. Like, I'm sure you can find websites that sell everything that they're wearing, but man, it seems like a lot of money. You would have to get like a bunch of your friends that are like really, really into like military, militia cosplay type shit. Be like, dude, let's go out to the jungles of Brazil and we'll film this really fake short video. It'll go super viral. It'll be super awesome. We'll have masks on. No one will totally know who we are. We'll totally be anonymous. We won't get famous for it at all. It'll be awesome. They're like, yeah, dude, let's do it. So I'm just predicating the video with that. So alien somewhere in the Amazons or Brazil or somewhere. So this is supposedly like a secret black ops special forces group that's out to like retrieve a dead alien body. So here we go. Really, like two. Does that mean there's two bodies, or that means peace? We're ready to go. That is, well, his head looks an awful lot like a watermelon. Just saying. It's kind of making me want watermelon right now. All right, this next one is pretty quick and short, but this is what I always imagined seeing if I was ever to see a UFO while traveling on an airplane. This is what I imagined I would see, and I would probably take a similar video as to what we're seeing right here, which is what makes this very believable. Just some clouds. You're like, hey, look, I'm flying. And what the hell is that? Huh? Don't zoom in or anything. I'd zoom in if I was that person. Like, what is going on here? Don't zoom in or anything. Don't zoom in. Don't zoom in. And gone forever. Way to go, dumbass. But I would probably do the same thing. Just be like, whoa, be steady. I can zoom in later on, maybe. Nope. But that's all we got. It's okay. It's okay. Don't zoom in. Whatever you do. Don't get any detail on that shit. So, speaking of detail, this one's pretty dope. This one, somebody actually zooms in and gets some detail on their phone. They spent the extra money and got that badass phone with the extra pixels in their camera and twats knots. So here we go.
Con el mío sí se alcanza a ver bien, güey.
And then you're like, what the fuck is that? It's like a geometric shape that's like changing shape a little bit. The fuck? It's like a three-dimensional snowflake pattern thing. That's just nuts, dude. Whatever that is, man. It's like a geometric shape that's like alive and like changing shape, almost like it's made out of like a metally liquid or some shit. That's just fucking weird, man. That is some weird shit. Hey, way better zoom in job than the other jackass. Way to go, dummy. Alright, this one's old school. This one is, I want to say, yeah, Gemini mission 1965, dude. This looks super legit, man. I'm like, okay. I couldn't imagine being some of our astronauts back in the 60s and being just like, yeah, we're the bravest people on Earth. We're going to go up into literally a place where we know nothing about. We don't know what could be up there, what could live up there, what could exist up there. Let's just go up there and hang out, and we'll float around space and look at the Earth. And then if shit pops up, we're like, hey, that's cool. Don't hurt us, whatever the fuck you are. I mean, I couldn't imagine being the first ones going up there and witnessing this kind of shit for the first time. That'd just be fucking terrifying. And then come back to Earth, and then the government is like, hey, what'd you guys see? Oh, you filmed it? Yeah, we got all this stuff. Okay, let's go into these like little briefing skiffs, and then you can tell us everything that you saw, and then we'll make you sign these contracts that say we'll kill you and your family or whatever if you ever talk about it, and then have fun dealing with the PTSD for the rest of your life. Don't talk. God, dude, can you imagine that shit? Yeah, anyway.
Copy that.
It's like, here it comes. It's like, where are they coming from?
This is Houston. Say again, 7.
It's like 2 flying discs. It's kind of checking you out. Like, hey, what's up, buddy? What's going on? Who are you? Welcome to the neighborhood of space. Dude, I couldn't even imagine. You're just like, something's tagging along with us. That's nuts, man.
Hey, Houston, we got somebody out the front window with a pair of binoculars and a zoom lens. We're trying to get a pretty...
Yeah, with binoculars and a zoom lens, we're trying to get some extra footage. So this one was... Some people caught this on commercial aircraft, and I don't know, man. It's hard to tell what the hell you're seeing. A giant craft turning in the air.
What is it? Karen,
It turns really quick.
Karen, what is it? Holy crap.
It's like the biggest, longest cigar UFO that we've ever seen. A giant super disc. Dude. That looks like it could potentially be like miles long. Could you imagine that shit just hiding out up in the clouds? We never see it because it's always concealed. And except for rare moments like that where it's like, hey everybody, time to turn. We're flipping around now. It's going to be daytime for all the people on the bottom of the giant disc and then nighttime for all the... What? Fuck, dude, that's crazy looking. All right, this is the last one. And I love this dude. I follow this guy. You should totally check him out on TikTok, dude. He's got some great content. He is the content creator I aspire to be someday.
Hey, you guys remember this picture? Oh, wait, you probably didn't get to see that picture, did you? Let me show it to you again. You remember when those UFOs were shot down in February of this year over Alaska, Canada, and Michigan? Right about the time those 2 Chinese weather balloons were also shot down. Separate
Weird.
incident, don't conflate the two. Well, this is supposedly a picture of the UFO that was shot down over Alaska, although it's likely a disinformation photo. Let's look at it again, then I'll show you a genuine Tic Tac craft. Somebody get Dave Fravor on the phone. You know that F-18 pilot that made the Tic Tac famous? Because this certainly looks like a Tic Tac, and that certainly looks like Southern Alaska in February. Here's what I
Testify in
predict
front of
Dave Fravor
Congress.
would say about this photo. Hey, cool pic, bro, but what's with all the riveted panels? Because
Right.
he knows a real
That
non-human
looks
Tic
like
Tac,
some
like the
human
one he
shit.
interacted with and like the one that landed in Socorro, New Mexico in 1964, doesn't have riveted panels. See, here's another picture you probably haven't seen. You see any riveted panels? Yes, the picture's a little fuzzy. That's because of a space-time distortion. So what is this picture? Well, it could be a really good Photoshop that was put out by an independent huckster, although it did come out, I think, within 24 hours of the shoot down in Alaska. Alaska. And by the way, you can find this picture on the deep dark corners of the internet.
Right.
It was dropped within a day of the shootdown. Or alternately, what it could be is a human manufactured replica of a Tic Tac that they flew over Alaska and then shot down. But why would they do that? Well, I can think of a couple reasons. It could be an aborted test, because this picture didn't go wide, of how the public might react to seeing a UFO shot down in the ice. Or it could be a disinformation op against Congress to say, look, we can shoot them down. There's no national security risk here. No further investigation required. Y'all just need to drop this UFO stuff. Or maybe you have another theory that you can share in the comments. There may be an interesting twist coming, though, because Ross Coulthart was told to reinvestigate those February shootdowns. It is kind of weird that the official story is, yeah, we shot him down and then we looked for him and we couldn't find him, so we just gave up. Bullshit. Look, here's the point of this video. You should be very careful about what they put in front of you from the government or even through the media. And personally, if you want to know more about these UAP UFOs, you should probably get the information from the horse's mouth. But how would you do that? Well, you guys know that I bring you one-of-a-kind content, right? And if you haven't been paying attention, there is some hard science that proves your consciousness goes out beyond your body and brain. And if you'd like to learn about the science that can help you reach out and bypass all this human disinformation, my new book, The Human Mind Owner's Manual, just dropped today, explaining the whole thing, including discussions about non-human telepathic communication. Because there's evidence that's a thing, including a story with some Navy SEAL friends of mine. Now, the last time I was on the Sean Ryan Show, he got a couple of calls from the Pentagon, because there's stuff in this book that some people don't want you to know. Go blow this book up. Everyone needs to read it. You know, the fact is, we're never, ever going to get the straight scoop from government on the truth. You want to understand just how powerful your mind is and who else might also be plugged into consciousness? The truth isn't going to come to you through your phone. Not all of it, anyway. You need to start taking a personal responsibility for this stuff and take action. I just want you to know the truth so you guys can make good, sound decisions for you and your family. I'm doing all I can do. You got to meet me halfway. I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Peace.
Yeah, go check him out, dude. Sean Webb, man. He's pretty dope. And like, just to pigeontail off that, or dovetail off that, pigeontail. Just to dovetail off that before I close it up, like, so I got this little theory, like, all the UFO stuff's coming out, right? Like Lee Alessandro and all these other people. Bob Lazar is doing more and more like interviews and like documentaries like with Jeremy Corbyn and a lot of these other people. And one thing that is an ongoing theme with a lot of this stuff is that these craft, these UFOs, appear to be linked to the pilot's mind. They're not controlled by like a controller. You touch the thing and it goes where you think it to go. So you have a Neuralink type thing with the craft. The craft is like 3D printed to be programmed to be synced with your mind, the pilot's mind, right? You're one with this thing. And then now think about they're trying to kind of hurry up and accelerate the Elon Musk's Neuralink. Like the first person, the first human being just got the first Neuralink implant and is literally right now as we talk, as we speak, you're watching this and I'm viewing or uploading it, like this person's in recovery. So they're kind of marketing it right now for the handicapped and whatnot. But dude, eventually this is going to be how they're going to start implementing this technology. If there's billionaires in this little, whatever, like breakaway civilization that's been sitting on this technology that right now is not making money off of it, they're just sitting on it and making these craft and experimenting and advancing the technology while the rest of us are still living in, the stone age of our bullshit fucking circuits and diodes and microprocessors and shit. If they're on another level technologically, they're probably like, hey man, when can we start making money off this shit? This is the next big thing. This is literally how human beings went from horse and carriage to the automobile. Like, this is the next level of that. But there's things that need to happen for us to be able to sell the mind-controlled UFO car of the future. So they're trying to hurry these steps along. So you have supercar companies in Europe developing these super advanced, like almost like supercar, hot rod, Ferrari, like personalized flying drones, right? Now take that with the UFO technology and Elon Musk's Neuralink, and now we have something to build with where the car companies and airline companies, Boeing and Ford and shit, that all these people are going to start coming together and creating the new thing that's going to get human beings around the planet faster. And I'm telling you, I think this is a part of an agenda where you have like the grandsons or great-grandsons of billionaires that have been aware of a lot of this shit, and through the businesses and the clandestine companies that work with the Pentagon and the military industrial complex, I think they're at a point to where they're like, hey man, when can we actually finally like use this shit? Right? And I understand the concern is, well, you don't want your enemies getting basically like a personalized drone, a flying drone car that can go supersonic and fly across the Atlantic Ocean in a matter of, 2 hours using your mind powers, and it's all using energy technology that's super clean and renewable, and you don't need fuel refueling stations and shit. It's just you're getting energy from the sun as you're flying. Who knows, right? You don't want your enemies getting that. If you got suicide bombers and you just put a fucking nuke on some dude's backpack and you put it in his cockpit or whatever, you fly him over there, right? That's why we don't have that right now. But I'm telling you, I think whoever's controlling whatever this technology is I think they're getting antsy. I think they're getting impatient. I think they're like, hey, we need to start implementing this, man. We can make trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars if we're the first ones to come out with the first Neuralink flying car of the future. And we just got to figure out how we can limit its use so people can't do bad things with it, right? Every other hurdle that every society has to come up with as far as like countermeasures go with protecting society of whatever new form of transportation. You know what I'm saying? Cars were super fucking dangerous and were killing people. So we had to come up with better anti-lock braking systems and seat belts and airbags and like all sorts of other shit, right? We're constantly trying to improve things and make things safer and better. But the technology never goes away. We don't undo motorcycle and car technology. We just find ways of trying to make it safer. And I think ultimately that's what they want to do with a lot of this new technology that's coming out. And unfortunately, I think the anonymity of our own individual thoughts being just for ourselves, I think the freedom of our own thoughts eventually is going to be something that we're going to have to think about risking and giving up for all of this to actually be a thing. You're going to have to basically understand that you're relinquishing the rights for potentially your thoughts that you have no intention of acting on being downloaded and sent out in the form of data, just like your phone or your computer or what you're watching on YouTube right now. So that's the scary, scary part about this. Human beings can end up losing their individual anonymity of who they really are and the internal struggles that we all deal with. We all have demons and skeletons and shit in our closet and things, weird thoughts that we're like, why did I think that? That's fucking weird. That's gross. That's bad. Dude, shit, knock it off. What the hell's wrong with you, brain? Every once in a while, you're just like, what? I mean, do you really want that being downloadable in the form of data for someone else to look and judge you for? Be like, whoa, what the fuck? Man, well, we could potentially use this against this person if they don't comply. So, I don't know. It's a weird conversation that I think you get some people way smarter than me to debate it. And that would definitely be a podcast that I would watch. So with that being said, thank you so much, guys, for watching episode 4 of Unapologetically Real with that guy named Mike. And this was Inexplicable TikTok Videos UFO Edition. And until next time, keep it strange, y'all.